It's Tuesday, the 18th November 2025, and here are your news headlines from the weekend. The UK government says automatic payout for asylum seekers will stop. These payouts usually consist of weekly cash allowances and housing support given while people wait for their asylum claims to be decided. Ministers also plan to remove accommodation and benefits from asylum seekers who refuse to take up available work or who break UK laws. Under new rules, anyone applying for asylum will have to wait 20 years before they can apply for permanent settlement in Britain. That's up from the current 5 years. Human rights laws will be narrowed so deportations are easier, with family protections limited to immediate relatives. And one of the most controversial proposals, jewellery and other valuables belonging to refugees could be taken by the state to help cover the cost of accommodation. The government says these measures are designed to make sure Britain is no longer seen as a magnet for illegal migration. Meanwhile, in other political news, Labour's deputy leader, Angela Rayner, has responded to speculation that she is plotting against Prime Minister Keir Starmer. She has dismissed the claims as false and described them as silly games, saying she is focused on representing her community and wants colleagues to ignore gossip and concentrate on real challenges. In Parliament, two men were arrested after hiding a phone in the Commons chamber. It played sex noises during Prime Minister's questions, disrupting proceedings and raising security concerns. And at a Reform UK press conference in Westminster, Deputy Leader Richard Tice criticised the sight of children wearing ear defenders in school, calling it insane. He linked the practice to what he described as overdiagnosis of special educational needs, sparking debate among educators and parents. In Scotland, a government-commissioned review has recommended sweeping changes to abortion law. The report calls for abortion to be decriminalised and for a legal right to access services. One of the most controversial points is that the review does not propose an explicit ban on sex-selective abortions. That means terminations based solely on the sex of the baby would not be outlawed under the new framework. Supporters say the changes modernise healthcare and protect women's rights. Critics argue the refusal to outlaw sex-based abortions is reckless and could open the door to discrimination. The Scottish Government has said that they haven't legalised sex-based abortions. The BBC says it will fight a $1 billion lawsuit filed by US President Trump. He claims the broadcaster edited his January 6th speech in a panorama program to mislead viewers about his role in the Capitol riots. And BBC World Service launches BBC Global Women as a new commitment to highlight women's storytelling across its global output. The BBC says that this new editorial priority will enhance the BBC World Service's storytelling by listening, sharing, and amplifying stories for women around the world all year round. Alongside new commissions, the initiative aims to elevate the editorial offer for women by starting conversations, building connections, and challenging misinformation. It will be interesting to see if they cover trans rights and women's rights issues. Looking abroad, police in northwestern Nigeria say that gunmen kidnapped 25 girls from a boarding school. Mass abductions by armed groups remain a recurring crisis in the region. And in Bangladesh, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been sentenced to death after being found guilty of ordering a violent crackdown on student protesters. The ruling has shocked the country and triggered unrest. Those are your weekend and Monday headlines because I took a bit of a break yesterday, Monday. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and come and follow me over on my Substack. Feel free to read. I would love for you to come and visit me. And I think that's it. Yeah, thanks. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.